Hello everyone and welcome to the Mouse Hole. My name's OnAnyMouse and today we are going to be playing Spacebourne II, a gem of a game that I found literally 48 hours ago. We're going to dive in a little bit into the game, and there's a reason for that because I've just found what I think are the best ways of progressing within the game. At the fastest possible rate, which is usually what many of us want to do. I've also found what I think is it's almost an exploit level benefit within the game, which is working as intended, which is going to make a further video about. But right now, let's just pop in to where we are in game right now, and let me show you where I'm going to go and what I'm going to do. So first of all, let's have a look at where we are. Right now we are on an outpost in a system called Chulak, and if we hit T, that will bring up the map for us the system map for us to see where we are. We're going to talk about some of the other things because this is one of the best systems I have found, and there's a specific reason for that. But right now we're going to just do a particular type of mission. So we're at this outpost. The little red marker here is telling us that that's where the mission that we have is based, and if I hit U to bring up all my details, you'll see that my character right now he's got 3 characteristics that are level 10, 10 and 9. What on earth are those? Those are our talents. So we have the talent as a soldier, as a pilot and as an adventurer. We're going to be talking mostly about soldier and pilot right now because these are the 2 things that increase our first person shooter skills and our flying skills and abilities, and we want to keep those fairly close together, more or less the same, and there's a reason for that, which again I'll come to in another video, but for now let's just assume that it's a good thing to keep them together. I'm going to talk about all these bits and pieces here just a little bit later as well, but right now we're going to do a mission to get our soldier up to rank 11. You can see that right now we're 37,500 for 63,000, so we've got about another 26,000 or so to go in order to get this level. We're only just over halfway, and that's why the way that I'm going to do this is such an important thing, because if we go to the Galaxy Web, which is where we find our missions, you will see that these pay out numbers of experience that are similar to or above what I need, and as it turns out I've already accepted a contract from eMakin to do exactly that. We're going to get 29,677 to go and help this individual escape from a village within this Chulak system, G9 being its code number. So we don't need to do any fancy jumps or anything like that. We'll talk about that later, but right now what we've got to do is go to the village that this individual is at. So let's go back level TT. We're going to go to planet Raya. Left clicking that sets that as our target, and T again takes that off. We're going to take off with the letter R. And you'll see that we have a white triangle right in front of us for our destination. So let's just head over there. And we will MMB, middle mouse button, to lock that as our target.
Calibration module activated.
You see that calibrates our drive, and then holding down our shift key will enable that drive to spool up and eventually to fire all on its own, and it will take us there. What I find really fun about Spacebourne is that this is a single person game. The vast majority of space games that I've played, and I've played a few of them, are in MMO worlds where all sorts of things can happen, and I love the fact that we have a proper first person game. So we've arrived at the planet. Where on earth is it we need to go? Well, let's hit the B key, and that will bring up the places that we can actually warp to on the planet. There's all sorts of them, yeah, all sorts of fancy names and fancy things. Some of the spelling in this game is fantastic. We have an obstructed area which is round the back, and actually there's something about that which I'll show you again in another video, which is just a brilliant way that they've resolved that problem. The one we're looking for is the pink one down here. It's highlighted for us, so again we'll middle mouse to select that, and once it is locked on,
The surface aligned process
we will
is
just hold down
completed.
shift again
Waiting
to
for the
walk
first
down to that
contact.
location. Now you'll see that we're looking at this from a third person view. We can by hitting the C key. Well, we already went into the cockpit there. We're looking up from inside the ship, and the view from inside of the ship is a little bit limiting, I find. For lots of things, I find it more useful to look at the external view, and you'll see why when we come down to here, and in particular when we look at combat a little bit later. So as we arrive at our location, and I love the way they've done this, I think the graphics in this game are fantastic. You can see there's the village coming up in front of us. It's taking a little bit of time to spawn in. Which may be because I haven't put this on any particular fancy kind of drive. So here we are, here within the cockpit, we've got kind of an odd view, a jittery view. We're in atmosphere, so we're getting buffeted by the wind and things like that. So this is where I find if I hit C to go external, it actually makes a bit more sense and it makes it a little bit easier. I'm going to zoom down to the surface, and as we zoom down, I'm going to hit N to lower the landing gear. And we will go and land, and as soon as we do, in fact, you know what, I'm going to be cheeky and I'm going to land right in the middle of the village there. We'll just fly on down there and pop ourselves in the square. Hit V to descend vertically, and there we are. You don't have to be precious about landing in this game. The system does most things for you. You can slam the thing into the ground. I haven't yet seen one explode, but you know, I'm pretty good at making things explode usually myself, so maybe at some point that will happen. So because of the type of mission this is, as soon as we get out of the ship, we're going to be attacked. And normally there will be 4 people attacking us, which is not too much of a problem, but it can get quite heavy quite quickly. So I'm going to hold down G to exit the ship, and you'll see I've already got red triangles there from people trying to shoot me. Now I could just battle them at this stage, and in fact, if you do that, this is a great way. Oh, sorry, you need to reload. This is a great way of getting lots and lots of XP quite quickly. It's just taking these guys on. However, that's not what we're going to do. We are going to use our backpack by hitting G, just to get away from these people for a minute so that I can see my destination. My destination is that blue exclamation mark over there. That is where I need to go. Tell you what, just before we do that, I'm going to just use my sniper rifle to take out this guy coming towards me. Well, if I can hit him, that is. It doesn't want to kill him, does it? Okay. Some reason the sniper does that sometimes. It's a little bit odd. Okay, so let's. Now we could just keep. These guys will keep coming at us. Every time we kill one, another one respawns close to us, usually directly behind us, and you can get 4 at a time. So luckily, we are now in a position where the other 3 guys are all on the other side of the village. So if we just, well, let's just do it, and I'll show you what I mean. If we take this guy out here, I should have reloaded before I attacked him. We'll have a new one will spawn, probably right behind us. And there we go, as we'd already turned around, it was behind us. Now we could just keep doing this, and we would just keep getting lots and lots of XP. And this, I thought, was a really nice way to level. However, you can see my health is getting a little bit low already, so I'm going to fly off to get out of range so that my health recovers on the bottom right hand of the screen. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to head straight to the exclamation mark, because that's our mission point. Now, excuse the individual that's at that location, because, well, they can be a little bit of a challenge, and I'll show you why. So let's down to the ground, hit G again to take off my backpack and get back in the ground. That's a toggle key. G toggles it on and G toggles it off again.
Can anyone hear me?
And
I need help. anyone hear me? I need help.
Definitely this individual needs help. So this is our mission target. We're going to hold F to
Can
join
any
with that individual, and hopefully they're going to follow us out this door. Sometimes, as this one seems to be doing, they get stuck in the doorway. I spent forever trying to figure out how to get them out. Oh, someone's coming to get us there. Luckily I found out you don't need to. This is about making XP and making it quickly. We're going to put the backpack on again. We're going to jet over to our ship. And back down to the ground. And lo and behold, we have completed the mission. Now it seems a little bit too easy, really. But we've just made enough from that mission, and all these people have now despawned those enemies, that our character has now ranked to level 11. This to me, it's a bit OP, if I'm honest. It seems a bit meta, but this is one of the quickest ways I've found to level a character in these two, or this attribute of being a soldier. Now you'll see that moving to level 11 has given me 3 attribute points, and I can spend those on either my perception, my endurance, or my agility. You'll see I've spent some points already, and if you're new to the game, I would suggest right away you spend them down here in agility. If you put 3 points into agility, that will enable you to spend on this perk, which gives you 12.5% more experience at tier 1 and 25% experience at tier 2, and this is going to increase the rate at which you can get the points to spend on everything else. So it should be the first thing, in my opinion, that you do. There are similar attributes in the pilot and adventure, which I will talk about when we talk about those things. So we've got up to our soldier up to level 11. Next, we're going to go on and spend these 3 points that we got. Right now, I'm spending to get this particular item here, Stronger, increasing my max HP. I've already got tier 1, which increases by 35. I can get it to tier 2, which is 70. I don't have enough points. You can see that we've spent 1 point here in the level we're at. We need another 5, so we're not quite going to get there yet. We need to level 1 more time to be able to increase that to tier 2. But that's us got up to rank 11 as soldier, and then, as I said, it's important that we keep soldier and pilot together, and you'll see why when we move on to one of the future videos. I'm going to call this one here, and then we're going to move on and we're going to look at increasing the pilot rank. Hope this has been helpful, and you've enjoyed seeing what I think is a really fast way to level your soldier experience. We could just go back to the Galaxy Web and take another mercenary mission. There's lots of them, and you can see they're paying out large amounts of XP. Level 13, 2 levels above us, perfectly doable. 35,000 for that mission, and different kinds of missions. So this was the mission we just did was a save mission. So save my wife, help my friend to escape. These kinds of missions. The others, I haven't even tried them all yet, but we will come back and look at another one of them in another mission just shortly. Right now though, that's it for this video, and come back in a second and you'll see how we're going to do something similar that's just as simple to improve our pilot ranking. Thanks for watching, and take care.